Yeah.
That was actually it was a bar before, but they changed it up. So now it's like a white bar and then the Spanish bar is there. Before there was never trees here. It was just straight garbage.
Straight garbage. This is where you live?
That's where we live. This is where I live. You want to come in or you want to?
Sure. Can I come in?
Then you can say. They actually didn't have cameras here no more. They have cameras on certain floors because certain floors are, you know, they like renew apartments.
So who lives in this building?
Mostly Caucasians moving.
How long have you lived here?
Here?
Yeah.
14 years. My grandma has lived here 20 years. Train line.
You have like everyone from El Puente over there.
El Puente over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, most kids travel there, but...
So which street is this?
This is Hooper.
Hooper.
This is South 5th and Broadway.
So for when we say South Side, what does that really mean?
South side?
Yeah, where does it start?
It mainly starts, you could say it starts all the way by South 1st.
Okay.
It goes to South 13th by Clemente. That sound was never there. Literally no plane in home. There's some people that do, I guess, bottle picking. They leave all this here. Leave their things there, and it just stinks. It's always been like this. This will never turn into a garden. You can turn it into a garden, but it's just like there's no hope. No hope. And it says Hooper Street Garden. Look at all these.
Oh, it does. It does say Hooper Street Garden.
Garden. It's a Harvard garden.
Yeah. What was there before? Is it apartments?
Yeah, it was regular apartments like these.
Yeah.
I guess they bought them off of them.
Yeah.
Here's one there.
There.
Outside hardware store. There's only two on the south side. There's one on this side and then one on the other side of the south side. Another grocery store, another one.
You guys set on fire?
That?
Yeah,
It was that.
It was this. It was this. Yes, because the store set it on fire. That's why the store got renewed. That's the Botanica.
What's that?
It's basically like where they do witchcraft.
It's like, it's supposedly they clean
They cleanse their soul. So basically it's like you going and you just praying to the Lord that you pick, because you pick a Lord when you know, when you want yourself in that religion, the type of religion.
Yeah. What type of religion is it?
It's basically a group of people from each community, basically just coming as one and doing.
It's supposed to be good witchcraft in a way.
Okay.
But sometimes it could be good and sometimes it could be bad.
It depends how you act. Remember when I wrote music?
Yeah. Like that. Yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking.
This is a junkyard.
What, really?
Who owns it?
It's basically no owner. It's just,
Anyone can drop their junk off?
yeah.
And anyone can go there and take things?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's been there for like 3 years. They've been going strong. They've been going strong on that one.
A lot of money.
Which one?
These right here, these condos.
Those condos right there. Okay, so after Florida, you moved back here?
I moved back here.
What else is yours?
Basically, I moved back out here because it wasn't working for us at all. Like, everything was just bad there. So we moved here. You know, it brought us back together as a family because, you know, we did struggle this way.
Your entire family's here.
Yes, my grandma, my mom, you know, my uncles, my aunt. Been living in the same house for over 45 years. This is one of the only gardens we have other than the Puente Garden. And it's basically, you know, this is what we try to enforce, you know.
How long has this mural been up?
I could say a good 10 years.
They've been here since I was in 19.
Yeah, good 10 years. Here's a child care center where they take kids from age 2 to age 5 that have not went into pre-K yet.
Yeah.
They're trying to close this down. My mom is with the team to try to, you know, fight for it to stay there, you know? Because this has really benefited her. She has 6 kids of her own who all came here.
Who wants to tear it down?
Radiac? Yeah, they want to tear it down. Want to build their own stuff here.
And there's another hair salon.
There's another hair salon.
Well, I always used to come here in the morning when my dad used to live with me. We used to buy coffee in the morning. We always buy me something. Every day, every single day I get something. We're about to pass by 50. Here we go with the stories later on.
That school, this year, they actually made 100 years. My mom has worked there for over 15 years.
Is your mom a teacher?
No, she's actually the parent coordinator. Her office was the plug, so when we went there,
Yes.
we used to make our lunch there, everything.
Denise always with a cup of noodles, son. Even when she was pregnant, cup of noodles. Always.
So who lives in all these buildings? Is it just...
Yeah, this is basically the community. A lot of this here is the Jewish. This is a lot Jewish. Basically, this is what you see in my community right here.
Right there.
Yep, that's what you see. That's everything you see. But we can only take one step at a time and try to end this and, you know, make us a better community, because our community has been a bad reputation for over, 25 years.
Yeah.
Blue Blood was here, the show.
Oh, here, this was never like, it was so trashy and so horrible.
Excuse me, miss. Do you own this?
Yeah, then it's community garden.
Oh, okay. This is.
So it's open to anybody who wants to become a member.
How long has it been a garden here?
This is the second summer.
Okay.
I'm getting married in here this summer.
Oh, wasn't this a Spanish school?
No. This has never been a Spanish school.
Oh, remember Zero? There was this big dog. This generation is all messed up. We don't got it. We don't got it yet. We used to play kickball here in the back. This was never like that. Like, all we had, there was no basketball, nothing.
This was the neighborhood car wash. They closed down about 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Because of, the high rent or whatever was going on.
So past the highway, is it still south side?
We call that the other side.
The other side.
Yeah, we call that the other side.
What does that mean? Who
There's
lives?
2 parts of the south side.
Okay.
Basically named off like that. The BQE
Yeah.
is what separates us from one side to the
Okay. And what's different about both sides?
Where you find more than that.
Okay. More than here.
Yeah, there's way more Jewish
Yeah.
people on this side than this. Basically, it's just Spanish and white,
Yeah.
That's what they call the crack house.
Okay.
That's basically a methadone program. It's nothing. There's like nothing there now.
No one lives there?
No.
Who owns it?
His name is Felipe. I don't know his last name, but he owned that. I'm not sure what happened to it that it closed down or whatever it was. But I know they transferred to the city in Chinatown. Separates us here from one side to the other. This is the BQE construction.
Yeah.
They're building condos, $1 million homes. They are doing the affordable housing plan, which is 70% is, the high class, 30% is the low class.
So who used to live there before?
It was one of those project houses.
Okay.
That's Bushwick Project.
Okay, this is the other side. Which side do you prefer?
It doesn't matter.
And that's Havemeyer?
Yes, this is having my mural little thing. I'll show you what, and I'll tell you what's that about.
Okay.
Team Deuce?
Yes, my uncle was in that. It's basically a music group got together. Kids from here on this block, Second and Marcy.
Yeah.
And Second and Havemeyer between Roebling, Roebling and Havemeyer, they got together and they started a group called Team Deuce. They had rappers, singers, video makers, beatboxers, and that's how they basically started off their thing. My uncle was one of the beatboxers and beat makers. They used boxes and stuff like that to make different beats. Just use anything that they could, find and play music with. There was also a dead body right here by this pump. There. His name was Twitch, my uncle's best friend. He passed away. The bullet wasn't meant for him, but unfortunately, he's the one that got hit with it. Twitch's name is right there in memory of Twitch. And J-Rock, he was a rapper, also in Team Booth. This organic store has been here for like 3 years.
What was here before the organic store?
This was a 99 cent store. You see, many people's been coming here. This has been here over 30 years. Yeah. And then this was a corner store. Now this is a real estate building. This is where they, you know, do the condos and stuff.
When did this open?
This hasn't even been here a year yet. This has been here, what, 5-6 months? Nuestros Niños, daycare that was on the other side, as we say. This is one of their buildings. This has been around for about, wow, I think this is the 30-year anniversary. It was 2 years, so let's say 32 years. This Pentecostal church has been here a while. Really, really, really long time. This is a pretty good hair salon. A lot of people come here. This is one of the main highlights. This is where my grandma lived.
Which floor?
On the 4th floor.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Under the AC. The one right on the
Oh,
back.
right there. Okay.
She's been living there for a really long time, almost 15 years.
Wow.
Like 45-ish.
And does she know all her neighbors?
She knows everybody here. Bad place that everybody gets their bad stuff from. Right here.
Right here.
Yep. And that's owned by a community member. He was doing great when he was younger. He, you know, he was always making money about his money, And then unfortunately he got caught up with drugs and yeah. This is the second and only second, you know, I showed you the hardware store.
Yeah.
On the other side. That's the Aponte Garden. That's been there for like 25 years. That was one of the first years that they back, what, 1980? When Aponte first started, they started in 1982.
Oh man, we go back with memories on that spot. That was just there. That been there for like what, a year? A year or so?
That's been there for like 5 years.
The Biscuit Cafe. And then you live down there.
Yeah, I lived. There was a coffee shop on the end of this corner that they broke down because it has asbestos. This right here, a boy that passed away. His name was, they called him Murphy.
How did he die?
He got shot here.
When did this happen?
Wow, back in 05, 06.
Has there been shootings recently?
Yeah. There was a shooting on my block. It was 11-year-old, 14-year-old, and 2 17-year-olds. You know, they came running from wherever they were.
Yeah.
And they just, our middle school.
This is a middle school? Right there.
Mine.
What's it called? MS?
MS-50. El Puente is also linked here.
When you go to that second floor,
There's the beacon here. The beacon's been running for 17 years here. It was a highlight because most of the kids from this community came to the school, you know, also during the Puente. There's a lot of members here of the Puente. Upstairs from MS-50, there's the Success Academy, even Mosquito. They came here about 3 years ago and, you know, kind of trying to take over 50. You know, we're fighting little by little. I know that my mom works here. This is the outside of her office right now.
For the charter, the success thing, they're bringing kids in from all over.
From all over, from Brownsville, everywhere. Very few kids. I don't have the exact number, but there's very few kids that actually come here that are from the community. We have only 3 floors now. And we had they have 2 floors of Success Academy. The full motto here, and the vision and the mission.
everyone succeeds, no expect.
Did you both go here?
Yes.
Were you friends?
Yeah.
Yeah? So you guys have been friends for a really long time, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
No cameras here. It was easy to escape out of it. If you want to leave school,
Yeah.
like when they recently put it, you'd have to like cover yourself with a uniform, t-shirt, just run out. And it was always a specific time when people couldn't, like, the teachers couldn't come out for lunch.
Easier to get out at that time.
Okay.
Now it's just.
Is there cameras everywhere? To South 3rd and Roebling. What school do they go to?
This is the Aporte Beacon.
How is it different than the middle school?
These are basically the kids from the middle school.
Oh, okay.
You know, from the middle school, from the schools in the community.
Yeah.
PS19. I also work in the Beacon. I'm actually off today.
What do you do there?
I actually help the kids with homework. I teach them dance classes, stuff like that. I mean, we do everything: jazz, Latin. You know, we do salsa, all of it, ballet.
This is El Puente.
This is 211. This is what they call 211.
Do you do things here?
Used to.
Used to. What did you...
break dance.
Do all the kids who grew up here, do they end up at El Puente High School?
Not really.
No.
No.
No,
Very, very little kids. But this was the pharmacy here. Here was the doctor's office.
The new people who move here, do you just call them the white people who move here? Or
Not really, we just call them, you know, the people that are trying to take over us,
Yeah.
basically. I mean, a lot of people there's people fighting for my building now, trying to kick us out. But I mean, why is that? You know, we've been living here, my grandma's been living in the same building for the past almost 50 years, and you're trying to take over. You understand? So it's like, you pick and you choose. Like, wow, they're trying to take over us, the people of this community.
what's one thing you love the most about
I mean,
Southside?
basically that you know everybody in the community, you know.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, everybody knows you, like every time they see you, hey, hi, you know, they're not antisocial, they don't, you know, think they're different than others. Yeah, it's basically a family connection, you know.
Right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
There used to be a spot where a lot of people used to smoke at.
When did it change suddenly?
It changed 3 years ago. There, that sculpture, like that spot is like they skateboard there at times, bike ride there at times. Give a detour of all like the north side,
Okay.
where Ed Puente has a piece of art, a huge piece of art. It's very beautiful by the water, which is by the lighthouse.
Okay.
Which is where I told you there would be like you'd find needles, you'd find cigar wraps
The Hasidic Jews, they are like,
on the other side.
Other side.
That's what we call it. Partly the other side. Me and my best friend
yeah.
would always walk like to Soho on the other side, like by Fifth Ave. We'd always walk there. So we always take the shortcut. Across, it's a steakhouse. Steak costs about 100 or more. It's an elegant place to eat. Besides that, that's a bank. There would always be like openings in the corners, on the sides, because there's like a lot of junkies that live under. So I guess now they just fixed it up. But there would always be like holes and open gates.
What about you? What's your favorite part?
Favorite part? The beers.
Piers. So what does the piers mean? It's just this part next to the water?
Yeah, it's a view. It's a nice view. It's beautiful. We can't really say it represents the south side.
Yeah.
Because that they just turned it into a whole different thing. Into the piers, where there's a soccer field. That was never like that. It was just a plain old parking lot. Now they're building condominiums over there.
Because I live on the north side, so I just walk down. So it's like, you know.
So you never walked through here. You've never seen this area.
No, I've never seen this area.
Supposedly a restaurant. You know, before it looked so ugly until these new people, these outsiders started coming into New York. So it's like they changed it, but economically, they wouldn't fit in.
Types of businesses were here before.
Factories,
Just factories.
straight factories, chocolate factories, bread factories, clothing factories, mattress factories. There's still a mattress factory standing still in Myrtle, where the Jews are at. That mattress factory is still going on. There's another one in Central that's still going on. But there was a factory here still. My grandma told me. This is why I know, because she would take me and we would talk about all these places. Before in her times it was horrible because it was just factories, it was broken down, it was horrible, the pollution rate was high. If you're not well aware of a trap house.
Trap house? Yes. Is there a trap house here?
See these cats?
Yeah.
Then I guess they're more safer here than outside.
Yeah.
So that's maybe because it's old. But I feel like, it's supposed to be shut down. And
How do you feel about the Kara Walker thing? Did you see it? There's a big sculpture during the summer made out of sugar.
sugar.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Building.
It's a bridge.
I believe there was a skate park right there.
Right there?
Yes, right here.
That green.
had like plants. It was more like a community thing. I guess they bought them off because now you see, I guess they're reconstructing or building condos over it.
Do you think you're going to be the last generation who really grows up in the South Side?
Possibly.
Do you have siblings?
I do, but my sister's more. Now, my mom just had to a private school, so you know, there's really not gonna be. I feel like there was no culture before. Spanish culture, Puerto Rican culture. That was born here. You can say he's Mexican American. My mom was also born here, which makes her Puerto Rican, Mexican American.
And when did they move to the South Side?
My dad actually, he was born upstate. Came down here because his uncle was here. My dad got into some issues, you know, around here, and then he got deployed, like to the military. He went to training. He got out. He actually got out as a staff sergeant. So, aww, that's so cute. But yeah, my mom is a security guard. My aunts, my uncles have careers. My uncle was also deployed. He's still in the military. No, actually, the army. My grandma was a nurse. My other grandmother, she was actually a teacher. Teach like kindergarten class. And she did it in Queens. My aunt, named Angelica, was a paramedic. But she moved up now. I guess she deals with eyes. My other aunt is a secretary.
Do they still live around here or have they moved?
No, they all moved. Some moved to Long Island, Staten Island, the Bronx. They're like spread around. My other uncle works in a mayor's office. And that's how my mom got the job as security guard.
What do you want to do?
Me? Oh my gosh.
Where do you want to live?
Where I want to live. I mean, I want to keep my culture going around there on the south side, but then I feel like it's time to like want to move out. Maybe, you know, Florida, I can say. It depends where I end up in college.
Yeah. What do you want to? Do you know what you want to study?
Prison psychologist. I want to be a prison psychologist. It's always been my dream to work in a prison and then to be a psychologist. So I didn't know they were prison psychologists until, you know, I think I can do that. It'll make a change in a way. I like my hand, you know that?
I like these buildings. They're so shiny.
Well, I was here and I got the information off of this man. He had just moved here, he told me. He was a guitarist. He was talking to us that he did his research before he got here. He wanted to know what specific place he was landing on, what would he have to deal with, the pros and cons of this specific place. And he said that huge oil spill had happened here, and people barely talk about it now. It's just like, oh, you know what? Let's build condominiums over it. You see the view is pretty nice.
Do a lot of people hang out here?
You know, summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
People make graffiti.
Graffiti?
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be gang activity, but sometimes it's a form of expression, you can say.
Yeah.
Why, like for you, why are you an artist? Why is art, like, you know, why are you so attracted to art?
That's the way I think about the world and how I express myself.
See, form of expression.
Yeah.
Just like I can't say that I can't be pro to gang graffiti. We never know. Maybe some people do it for a form of expression. You can tell when you look at a piece of art. You can tell, like, you can look at the person's feeling, like the tone that's given. South side, you got Arabic. It's what gave Mexicans, Puerto Rican, how it was Dominican, Italian, Russian. You have it all here, but it was a huge powder spot. Havemeyer, you can also ask our history teacher. That was actually a big spot where you can get any type of white you wanted. You can get like all this, supposed to be this crack, heroin, all that.
Newcomers who are moving here, they have no idea where this culture comes from.
No, they have no idea. They think that you're gonna move into a beautiful condominium. You're gonna move by the piers. The rent is gonna be easy. You know, they think that New York is a big place full of opportunities, and that's a lie. See, like I said, what I told you, a bunch of drugs. As I'm telling you, They think that just by building condominiums, it's gonna change the minds of these children. It's not. It really isn't.
Where are they from? Around here, or?
Yes, around here. You can say they are.
Yeah.
They've been seen here plenty of times. You can say it's a nice place. This can represent Williamsburg. Some people choose for it to represent Williamsburg because of the image that it sets for the people that live here. But it's not Brooklyn. It's not us. It's more like Manhattan.
About the I think is it called the Los Suarez Museum?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
The museum they have. That I believe is like $4. I think.
To go where?
It has like 4 locations.
Have you been on it?
I think I have. I believe I have. So, and my dad always like took us to this park. It was big. It was beautiful, and he'd fish there. Oh, here we go with the locks on the. I think it was in London.
Yeah.
Where they put the locks on the bridge. It's that forever thing.
It's a very romantic spot. Yeah. Here for me doesn't even feel like, I feel like I'm in a different city.
It doesn't feel like Brooklyn. You don't feel the Brooklyn vibe, taste. It does give us a good image, but it's not. It's just a lie.
Yeah. So it doesn't solve any of the problems, and
It doesn't.
and it's just taking over without solving the problem.
It's just covering it up, you know. That's all it's doing.